Good morning, boys and girls. How are you today? I wish you to be fine. Today, we have a new lesson. This lesson is so easy. Ready to start? Let's go. Our new lesson today is use arrays to find the total. Boys and girls, what's the meaning of array? Array is a set of items which are arranged in equal rows and columns. Do you see these pictures? All of these pictures are arrays. What is the first information about arrays? Arrays have equal rows. What are the rows? Look, boys and girls, at the picture. This is row. And this is the second row. So the row is like straight line of items. And arrays have equal rows. Row number 1 has 3 items and row number 2 has 3 items too. And also arrays have equal columns. What are columns? This is column, and this is another column, and this is the third column. The first column has 2 items, and the second column has 2 items, and also the third column has 2 items. So arrays have equal columns. Now, use arrays to find the total. That's mean how many items are there in the picture. Boys and girls, there are 2 ways. The first way by rows and the second way by columns. Now, let's start by doing the first way, which is by rows. Like we said, this is row number 1 and this is row number 2. How many items in row number 1? 3. And how many items in row number 2? Also 3. So 3 plus 3 equal 6. This is the first way. And now this is the second way, by using columns. And as we said, this is column number 1, column number 2, and column number 3. How many items in column number 1? 2. And how many items in column number 2? Also 2. And how many column in number 3? 2. So we will add 2 3 times. 2 plus 2 plus 2 equal 6. Now let's solve this practice. How many gifts are there? Solve it in 2 ways. Boys and girls, the 2 ways are by rows and by columns. We will solve it without counting each item. So let's start. The first way is by row. This is row number 1 and this is row number 2. Each row has 4 gifts. That's why we will add 4 2 times. 4 plus 4, and we know already the answer will be 8. Now the second way is by columns, and there are 4 columns. Each column has 2 items or 2 gifts. So we will add 2 4 times. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equal 8. And how I know it's 8? By adding 2 plus 2, 4. And the second 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 equal 8. Now please, boys and girls, open your book to page number 856. And let's start doing the practices. Write two equations that match each array. Number 1. How many items can you see here? Let's do by rows first. How many rows are there? There are 2 rows. Each row has 2 items. So 2 plus 2 equal 4. And now by columns. How many columns are there? 2 columns. Each column has also 2 apples. So 2 plus 2 equal 4. Now number 2. How many items are there? Let's solve it by rows. There are 3 rows. Each row has 2 items. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 equal. The first 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 2 equal 6. Now let's solve it by columns. We have 2 columns. Each column has 3 items. So 3 plus 3 equal 6. Great job. Page number 857. Write two equations that match each array. Number 3. How many strawberries are there? Let's solve it by rows first. How many rows are there? 4 rows. Each row has 3 strawberries. So we add 3 4 times. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. The first 3 plus 3 is 6. And the second 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 6, 12. And let's solve it by columns now. How many columns are there? 3 columns. Each column has 4 strawberries. So we add 4 3 times. 4 plus 4 plus 4. The first 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 4. Great job, it's 12. Now number 4. How many green apples are there? Let's solve it by rows first. There are 2 rows. Each row has 4 green apples. So 4 plus 4 equal 8. By columns, how many columns are there? There are 4 columns. Each column has 2 green apples. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. The first 2 plus 2 is 4, and the second 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. Number 5. How many pineapples are there? First by rows. How many rows are there? There are 2 rows. Each row has 3 pineapples. So 3 plus 3 equal 6. Second by columns. How many columns are there? There are 3 columns. Each column has 2 pineapples. So we add 2 3 times. 2 plus 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6. Great job. Now let's move to number 6. Let's solve it by rows. How many rows are there? There are 5 rows. Each row has 4 blueberries. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. The first 4 plus 4 is 8. The second 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. Now 16 plus 4. Put 16 in your mind and 4 in your fingers. But after 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Great job. Now let's solve it by columns. How many columns are there? 4 columns. Each column has 5 blueberries. Great job. So we add 5 4 times. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. The first 5 plus 5 is 10. And the second 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. Great job, all of you. Number 7. Use the array to find the missing number. What is the number 4 equal 8? Let's solve it by rows first. How many rows are there? 2 rows. Each row has 4 bananas. That's why 4 plus 4 equal 8. Great job. Now open your book to page number 858. Use an array to solve each problem. Number 8. Dana places the berries in an array. Write 2 equations that match the array. How many berries are there in all? What do you think, boys and girls? How will we solve this problem? Great job, by rows and by columns. How many rows are there? 3 rows. Each row has 5 berries. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 equal 15. Now let's solve it by columns. How many columns are there? 5 columns. Each column has 3 berries. So we add 3 5 times. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equal 15. Now number 9. The array shows cars in a parking lot. Can you write 2 different equations that match the array? Explain. How many cars are in the parking lot in all? What do you think, boys and girls? Let's see by rows and by columns. How many rows are there? 4 rows. And how many columns? 4 columns. Each row has 4 cars and each column has 4 cars too. So, boys and girls, because of the rows are equal to columns, so we have just one equation because it's the same equation between rows and columns. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 equal 16. Number 10, boys and girls, cross it. Number 11. Brent sets basketballs in an array. He has 3 rows of basketballs with 4 basketballs in each row. Which equation shows the array Brent made and how many basketballs in all? What do you think, boys and girls? We have 3 rows. In each row, 4 basketballs. Great job. The answer is D. 4 plus 4 plus 4 equal 12. We add 4 3 times. That's it for today. Thank you for listening. Study hard, please, and bye-bye.